Hello, curious ones. In today's video, we will present 3 very frightening cases that you should never Google. That is, if you want to sleep well at night. Are you curious? Let's go to the video. Armin Meiwes, a German born in 1962, posted an advertisement on a cannibalism forum stating that he was looking for a strong person between 18 to 30 years old to be slaughtered and consumed. Many people responded to the ad, but later backed out. In March 2001, Armando Brandes, an engineer from Berlin, responded to the ad, and they met on March 9, 2001, where they engaged in sexual activities and then planned how Brandes would be devoured. Before doing that, however, Brandes swallowed 20 sleeping pills and half a bottle of schnapps. Schnapps is a type of distilled alcoholic beverage with a 32% alcohol content. Initially, Brandes requested that his penis be bitten off, but as Armin couldn't do it, because, as he himself later said, is hard to chew, he ended up cutting it with a knife. He then seasoned it with pepper and garlic in a freeing pan, cooked it, and served it while Brandes was still alive, so that they both could eat it. As the organ became too burnt to consume, Armin gave it to his dog. Armin then placed Brandes in a bathtub as he was bleeding heavily, and after praying for him, stabbed him in the throat. Armin stored Brandes' body in a freezer and consumed about 20 kilograms of meat over 10 months. The entire macabre ritual was recorded on video by Armin himself. Meiwes was arrested in December 2002 when a university student in Innsbruck, Austria, called the police after seeing new victim advertisements and details about the murder on the internet. The police searched Meiwes' house and found parts of Brandes' body and the videotape of the murder. After several trials, on May 10, 2006, a court in Frankfurt found Meiwes guilty of murder and sentenced him to life imprisonment. Thomas Nellie, the Slender Man case. On October 7, 1989, a girl named Jessica went to play at a friend's house. After some time, Jessica's father called the friend's house, asking her to come home. However, he was informed that Jessica had already left about 30 minutes ago. As the distance between the two houses was short, Jessica's concerned father decided to search for her. And what he saw was something very terrifying. When contacting the police, during an interrogation, Jessica's father reported seeing a tall and slender figure, faceless, with long arms, and wearing a suit. Thomas describes an appearance that bears many similarities to the Slender Man. According to reports, when this demon extends its arms, its victims become hypnotized and completely helpless. It is also capable of stretching its fingers, creating tentacles, and never leaves a trace of its victims. In the recording of the interrogation we will now play, towards the end, Thomas seems very frightened, and shortly after, the interrogating police officer appears similarly alarmed. Gunshots and footsteps are heard, followed by static. We will now play the recorded audio.
Okay, we're recording now. Thomas, would you like to start from the beginning?
Am I?
Yes, Thomas, you're safe. Now, can you start from the beginning so that we may try to understand the events that happened?
Okay. My daughter Jessica, she'd been outside playing at a friend's house, and we only lived up the street. No, they actually only lived up the street. I'm sorry. It started to get dark out, and I had called her friend's parents that she needed to get home. They told me that she left over a half hour ago. Well, they're only a 5-minute walk away, so
Is this where you left the house looking for her?
Yes. We live in a wooded area, and I knew she liked playing there with friends, but going alone didn't make sense.
Okay, so what happened next?
I was calling Jessica's name, and it had been really getting dark out now. I was walking through the woods, looking and listening to anything. I remember suddenly feeling sick, like nauseous in the stomach, like I wanted to throw up. And I started getting ringing in my ears. Then
Thomas?
that thing! That nightmare! No, it! Jessica's clothes. And one of its hands. You do.
It's okay. Can you please describe what he looked like?
It was tall. It appeared to be wearing a suit, but there's no way it was human. There's no way. The arms are almost to the ground. I've never seen anything like it.
It's okay, Thomas. You can continue.
That horrible fucking face! Just staring at me! But no, there was no face! There was no eyes! What did I say?
Thomas, please calm your...
No! No! I fucking saw you, son of a bitch! It took my Jessica! It's now coming for me! I can't sleep! I can't live! You don't know! You don't know! Oh God! Oh God!
Thomas, calm down.
Ah! It's right there!
Mr. Payne, Thomas. Holy
When other officers arrived at the scene, they found only bullet casings scattered on the ground. Since that day, Thomas Nelly, Jessica, and the police officer remain missing. What are you thinking? Could the Slender Man really exist? The Curse of Mr. 13. It was a dark night when Daniel, a curious and fearless young man, heard about the curse of Mr. 13. Intrigued by the blend of terror and fascination that the number 13 carried, he decided to delve deeper into the matter. The story of a sinister being, known as Mr. 13, who appeared in the mirror to those who dared to call him, played with his restless mind. It was said that Mr. 13 was an old and enigmatic figure, with a straw hat, holding an ancient gold watch, whose ticking echoed like a countdown to the unknown. The number 666, associated with the beast in the Book of Revelation, was mentioned in connection with Mr. 13. But there was an intriguing twist. Some scholars suggested that the true number that appeared alongside Mr. 13 was not 666, but rather 616, adding an extra layer of mystery to the story. For 6 plus 1 plus 6 equals 13. Daniel's courage to explore the unknown was tested when he discovered the rituals required to summon Mr. 13. To communicate with this being, one must look in the mirror at 3 in the morning, with the lights off, on the 13th day of the month, and repeat the following words 3 times. Mr. 13, I am here. One night, determined to defy the warnings, Daniel prepared for the ritual. The clock struck 2:59 a.m. as he stood before the mirror, anxiously watching the time until midnight. The silence of the early morning was interrupted only by Daniel's rapidly beating heart. At 3 o'clock, the atmosphere seemed to change. A sinister presence hung in the air, and Daniel's reflection in the mirror became blurry. He repeated the forbidden words with a mixture of fear and excitement. Mr. 13, I am here. Mr. 13, I am here. Mr. 13, I am here. Suddenly, a whispering voice echoed in the space. sending shivers down Daniel's spine. Mr. 13 had answered the call, unraveling a mystery the young man was not prepared to solve. Of course, you wouldn't actually summon Mr. 13. Would you? If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe to the channel and stay curious. Until next time.